Did you ever wonder? I do. Did you ever wonder why the sun always rises, but the stars never fall? Why dry land is never satisfied by water? And why fire never says enough?
So today on Bible Wonders, I'm wondering about Genesis 6:9, which, when you quote that from the King James Version, it says, "These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God." Well, I'm sure you've heard it many times that walking with God is a huge deal, and certainly we know that Enoch walked with God, and later we're going to see Abraham and many others walked with God. So what does that mean when you get to walk with God? Well, I've posted the interlinear, the Hebrew there at the show notes, at the podcast, for the word halak, which in Hebrew is spelled beginning with a hey, then followed by a lamed, and then a kuf. And I'm going to go into those because I think that it's a phenomenal insight on how we actually walk with God. So the first letter, if you look at, again, the ancient Hebrew script, has to do with expression, like behold, like pay attention, but it also is kind of like opening up to somebody with, something that's actually going on. So here, God is opening up. And interestingly, the second letter, that lamed, could be considered, he's opening up his heart, but it's also a shepherd's staff. So he's kind of letting you in on what he's doing. And the last letter, this kuf, has this sense, especially in the original Hebrew script, of God opening up the palms of his hands, because the end of blessing has to do with that barach, that sound, the kuf that's at the end of this word as well. And so when you put these three together, you get the sense that when Noah was walking with God, so just picture he and God walking, that God was sharing, right, expressing his heart, his plans with Noah. So he's like, Noah, I'm going to bring rain. I know you don't know what rain is, but this is what this is going to look like. Here, God is sharing with Noah what it is that he is going to be doing. Well, you see this so clearly when Jesus walked with those disciples on the road to Emmaus. You might remember that their hearts burned within him. Well, they were walking with Jesus, and Jesus was sharing, opening up his heart and giving them a blessing. He was literally opening his palms of his hands and giving them something of what is really going on inside God's heart. Well, we can go to God's word anytime we want to and get this blessing, because here God is given for us in his word all these different things that are in his plans and what he's going to be doing, right? If you read the end of the story, you know it's going to come out great. So as we walk with God, like in our day-to-day, how critical is it that we have him first right there in our presence so that he can share with us our role in what he's presently doing? And that has to do with walking with God.
Did you ever wonder?